Hello food and pizza lovers! Today we're putting some Gozney Dome accessories to the ultimate test, the FireCraft door and the New York flame shield. Does the door actually make the dome heat up faster? And if so, how much faster? And can the flame shield really give you that perfect New York bake without burning the crust? We're running a side-by-side heat test, then baking two New York style pizzas, one regular and one with the flame shield. And you'll see exactly how they compare. If you've ever wondered whether these accessories are worth it, stick around. We're about to find out. Now for a disclaimer. I have contacted this company after seeing some people recommending it on Facebook groups, Reddit groups, and so on. I've asked them if they were willing to send me the products for me to test out and then give my honest and true opinion on this channel. I am not in any way affiliated with the company. They have not paid me for this review, and the agreement between us was that I will test the products and be as honest as I usually am, which is very honest, in testing them. Oh, and make sure you watch till the end of the video because FireCraft was kind enough to hook me up with a discount code just for you guys. So if you're thinking about picking up the door, the flame shield, or anything else from their site, this will save you some money. I'll share the code at the end. Keep in mind they also have accessories for the Arc, Arc XL, and Rockbox. Alright guys, here it is. Super excited. Let's see what we've got inside. Should be everything in one package. There we go. It looks like this is one of the fire shields. Let's see which one. And this is the Neapolitan one because it has the most openings. And I can tell right away that it's very good quality and I love their logo. But this steel, it's very thick. You can actually see here. Okay, let's see the next one. It's the pan shield because it does not have any openings. Same build quality, same thickness. And the last one is the New York style one, which has some holes and it's missing the beautiful logo, but this is beautiful too. And again, same thickness. And here we've got that door, which I'm the most excited for. Nice. It's heavy. It's thick. It has the beautiful logos on both sides. And the removable wood handle. That's how it looks like. And it's very easy to attach the handle to it. And then they also sell extra handles just in case something happens to yours. Hopefully won't lose it. Next, head outside and give this a try. Okay guys, so here we are outside with my beautiful Gozney Dome and we're going to fire it up soon and see the difference that the door will be making. It's actually a little bit windy today, so we're gonna get to see exactly how that flame tamer works as well, if it works well for the wind. And what we're gonna do right now, I'm gonna show you the door, how it fits on the oven, since it's not hot and we can do that. So this is how it goes on the oven. What I like is that it covers the whole stone. So let me show you the difference with the Gozney door. This is the Gozney original door. And as you can see, it covers the whole opening, but it doesn't cover all the stone. Okay, so this part usually stays much cooler than the inside stone. So if you have like big pizzas that make it till here, you're gonna have a little bit of issues because the stone is not that hot and the pizzas tend to stick over here a little bit. That's if you have like huge New York style pizzas. Other than that, this is seems very easy. You just put it on, and when it's gonna get super hot, you're gonna have to remove it with this handle, which is a nice wooden handle. I like how it looks like, and I like the idea that it's detachable. I've seen other ones on the market that they don't have a detachable handle, so I guess the handle gets really hot. You can actually see here what happens when you try to use the door with the oven when it's super hot. This knob, not only it gets very hot, you can barely touch it, but it also started darkening, like as if it's was about to catch on fire. So I do not use this door for preheating the oven. I don't want to damage it. It has this rope on the inside that could get damaged from the high heat. That's why I wanted to get a dedicated door just for preheating. I hope it does make a huge difference in the heating time, and we're going to put that to test today. That being said, I also want to show you how this flame tamer or shield fits into the oven now when it's not hot. Because what I'm going to do is bake two New York style pizzas, and one is going to be baked with no flame tamer, and the second one I'm going to try to put this in and bake it with it to see if we can figure out if there is a difference or not in the cooking of the two pizzas. So this flame tamer, you just position it here in front of the fire, just like this. It doesn't sit in anything, you just pretty much put it in front, and there you have it. That's how it's going to look in the oven. And supposedly it just shields the pizzas from the strong fire, and it doesn't get burned. Everybody knows that it's a little bit hard to bake a pizza, and you need a different strategy when you're trying to bake low and slow into this oven, because it does get very hot, and the pizzas, the New York pizzas that take about 5 or 6 minutes to bake, do get burned, and the cheese gets burned too. So let's see how this will perform. Let's fire up the oven, and you are supposed to fire it up without the door initially, and only after you can put the door. So here is the door. It has a little bit of an opening, as you can see, for the fire to be able to breathe, and the flame won't turn off, because that's a hazard. Also, I do want to mention that using any kind of aftermarket door voids your warranty with the Gozney. So in case your stone breaks, for example, and you mentioned that you were using a door to heat it up faster, that may void your warranty. So just be mindful of that. For me, why I chose to use a door is two reasons. First of all, I'm very impatient person, and I like things to be done fast. And waiting 45-50 minutes for the oven to heat up, that's not in my daily plan. And second, I do not like wasting resources. And of course, having this door, if it does prove that the oven heats much faster with it, like I would consider a 15-minute faster time or 20-minute, that would be amazing for me. That saves definitely a lot of gas. As I said, it's a very windy day, and on windy days, you actually have issues with the flame. I had a few times where the flame just shut off, and I had to restart the oven. And I believe that the door protects against that. As you can see right now, the wind is blowing, but the flame doesn't seem affected at all. So maybe I'll show you when I remove the door, if it's still windy, how that flame behaves. I just don't want to take it off right now, so that we can see how fast the oven heats with the door. We're going to measure the temperature at 10 minutes intervals. So 10, 20, and 30 minutes and compare it to the other day. What I also want to mention is that today it's a few degrees cooler, actually, probably like 7 degrees cooler than last time, a few days ago when I measured the temperature without the door. Today there are 28 degrees Celsius, and the other day were 35 or 36 degrees. So that makes a big difference on the oven preheating time too. It should heat slower today because it's cooler outside and the Gozney is affected by that temperature. We're going to see if that's the case. 10 minutes in with no door. 10 minutes in with the door. 20 minutes in, no door. 20 minutes in, ambient temperature is 840. And for the stone, I'm actually going to remove the door just for a second to get an accurate reading in the middle of the stone. That's where I've measured last time. 30 minutes in, no door. And at the 30-minute mark, we are at 928 degrees ambient temperature. And I can tell you one thing for sure, I have never seen my Gozney going over 850 probably. Not in the 30 minutes that I was patient with it for. Maybe if you leave it for like, I don't know, 50, 60 minutes or more, you could reach this temperature. But we are at the 30-minute mark. Well, let's go ahead and measure the stone temperature right now. We can actually remove the door because we overshoot the temperature for New York style pizza. We need to cook it at around 750 degrees, but I wanted to be fair and measure it till 30 minutes like I've done previously without the door. We're gonna have to let the oven cool down a little bit to be able to bake those two pizzas. So we can go ahead and remove this and measure the stone. What I do wish is that they had like a support coming for the door, because this door is hot right now and I'm gonna have to place it on the floor here so I don't get burned. Let's measure the stone temperature in the middle there. We are at 800 plus 820 Fahrenheit. Let's see over here, just in the front, if you can see on this lip, and it's still very hot there too. It's like 500 something. Of course, we don't have the temperatures measured before over there, but I figured I will try it right now. So yes, the oven is super hot. We need to turn the flame a little bit down, wait for it to cool, and then we're gonna be able to cook those New York pizzas. Look at this nice, beautiful dough I've got here. I've got everything ready to get started. Just waiting for the oven to cool down a little bit. And as you can see, without the door, the temperature already started dropping, and also because I lowered the flame. And here is a chart comparing those temperatures in Fahrenheit and Celsius between the oven with a door and the oven with no door. As you can see, the difference is huge. You can take a screenshot and analyze it later. But at the 30-minute mark, the difference between the temperatures was already 135 degrees Fahrenheit more when the door was used compared to when it wasn't used. So you're able to reach that Neapolitan temperatures that you need much faster in about 30 minutes compared to 50 minutes or more. All right, now that we know the door does make a big difference and I'm quite happy and pleased with its performance and quality, Let's go ahead and make our pizzas and see if that New York flame shield it's worth it or not. I'm preparing both pizzas the same way with the same ingredients, same dough. Our oven finally reached the right temperature and we're ready to put this pizza in with no flame shield first. In it goes, and I'm going to speed up the process over here because it does take quite some time to cook a New York pizza with the lowest flame possible in the Gozney Dome and turning it periodically so the sides don't burn. The cheese is bubbling up. The danger with it is that the cheese will burn before the pizza is ready and crispy. This pizza took me a total of 3 minutes and 20 seconds to bake. Longer than that, and the cheese would have totally burned. Let's put that FireCraft New York shield in. The oven was hot. I turned the flame off and then turned it back on and waited for it to be at the same temperature as before. Sliding in that second pizza and cooking it with a shield. Right away, I noticed that things were a little bit slower, giving me more time. The cheese didn't start bubbling up so fast, and also the crust appeared to have more leopard spotting on, which is a good sign. The total cooking time for this one was 5 minutes, considerably longer, which is what you want for a New York style. Crispier crust, and overall a better looking pizza in my opinion. This is the one with no shield on, and this is the one with the flame shield. It's crispier, crunchier. The bottoms look quite similar. This one is a little bit darker with no shield. In conclusion, here's my honest take. The Firecraft door, I truly believe it makes a big difference. It's made from high quality materials, it saves a lot of time during the preheat, and honestly, it saves on gas too. If you're using the Gozney Dome regularly, I'd say the door is a must have. I definitely recommend it. Now, the New York Flame Shield. It also helps. It tames the flame, gives you a little more time to work with, and the bake comes out more even. Is it essential? Not really. You can absolutely make great New York style pizza without it. But does it improve your game? Yeah, it does. It's not a must, but it's a nice upgrade. I'll be tasting the pan shield soon with a focaccia bake and the Neapolitan shield as well with, of course, a Neapolitan pizza. So we'll see how those perform in their own styles. But in my opinion, both of these accessories are solid. The door is a must. The shield, it's a smart add-on if you want to level up your game. And as promised, here is the discount code Firecraft gave me. Just enter it at checkout to get a little something off your order. I'll also drop it in the description below. This is fantastic. Slightly chewy, a little crunchy, perfectly fermented, perfectly cooked. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. I've got more tests and pizza experiments coming soon, and you won't want to miss them. Until next time, keep your dough cold, your stone hot, and your flame under control.